Our case study for the banks is a company called East West Bank. The ticker is EWBC. EWBC is a small regional bank based in Pasadena, California. It's about $64 billion of assets on $6 billion of equity, and it generated about $2 billion of net interest income and half of that in profit in 2022. They have a current market cap a little under $8 billion. Now, we've chosen East West Bank because as a smaller regional bank, it's a better illustration of just most fundamental banking dynamics and picking and analyzing these businesses than would be a company like Wells Fargo or Bank of America or Citibank, which are far, far more complex businesses. Unlike them, East West Bank is primarily a regional loan bank. They have networks of local branch offices, in their case mostly in California, a lot of strong ties into the Asian community in California and overseas. And they make a lot of residential mortgage and commercial lenders to loans to local businesses, not supported by massive treasury operations or things of that nature like the bigger banks. So it's a lot easier to digest and get our head around how they operate. As reflecting that, East West Bank has a loan portfolio that's about 29% residential mortgages and other consumer loans. That includes unsecured consumer loans and credit cards. Includes 40% commercial real estate and about 30% is industrial. Their capitalization ratios are fairly conservative. There are basically two ways that we mostly look at the capitalization ratio at a bank. One is what they call Tier 1 capital. The required minimum from the regulator is about 6.5%. They have about double that at 12.4%. And the total capital ratio is about 12.7% versus a required minimum of 10% as the required minimum. So the Tier 1 is effectively the most crucial lower risk assets, whereas the total capital ratio is a broader measure. But both of them are fairly conservative relative to the regulatory standards. So East West Bank is a very traditional, it's a regional bank, and it's a lot easier to analyze than the big money center banks.